Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. You are somebody with a very, a good work ethic. You're somebody that I think likes a challenge. You're someone who doesn't give up easily on things, right? You're able to recognize those areas of life, those choices in your own life, where your particular skills and talents are going to make the most difference. You know where you fit in, You know what you're good at, and you know how to apply your skills to certain things. If you're in the wrong place, doing the wrong things, you can see that, and you'll be like, okay, this isn't my skill set, right? This isn't my expertise. This isn't my wheelhouse. So we know we've got to do something else or go to in a different direction, right? So I wonder, in your life right now, what you are applying yourself to. Because the Seven of Pentacles is a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work. We're showing up. We're digging the hole. We're working. We're applying ourselves to it. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Let's see where this energy is taking you. Okay, I'm not sure if this is your wheelhouse or not. All right, so we need our Dove and Serpent spread. We need some more cards. We've got a Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Sun. We've got a Princess of Cups. We've got the Chariot and a Five of Cups. Okay. Yeah. I kind of get I get a strong impression from this energy, because the Knight of Pentacles is beginning to do that work of looking into the future and thinking, is all my effort going to really make a difference here? Right? I think it started out as a feeling, as a desire. Yeah, I want to do this. It feels good. It feels right. I want to try. Right? There was, it felt like there was a feeling, a good feeling about it. It seemed like maybe a pleasurable thing. It feels like something that was going to feel good to get involved with. There was a desire to do it. Yeah. And now that we've been doing it for a while, I think our Knight of Pentacles is sort of putting down the shovel and looking into the future and thinking, is this going to actually result in anything? Is this going to make a difference? In other words, the Knight of Pentacles is looking around and wondering, is this my wheelhouse? Is this where I'm really supposed to be applying my unique skills and talents in life? And I think what the Knight of Pentacles is seeing is a Five of Cups. Okay? And as difficult as it may be, the Five of Cups is the realization that what we thought we would experience here it's not going to be fulfilled. Our desire, the emotional experience that we wanted here in this situation, Five of Cups saying that satisfaction is going to be missing. That joy, that celebration, not going to happen in this particular place. Okay? But I think this is part of your unique ability, right? It's part of your spiritual awareness. If you're applying yourself to something that is not going to lead in the joy, the satisfaction, the results, the success, right? Then you're able to say, okay, this must not be where I am supposed to be applying myself right now. There's no hard feelings. There's no lamentation. There's no regret. It's just a simple fact. Looking at this situation, sort of peering into the future, I'm going to have to maybe find a different place to apply my skills and talents. All right. And I think that this is a very, very honest path going horizontally this way. That we had a desire, we wanted something, we didn't get it. Okay? Well, hey, you know what? It happens. We tried. We tried. And you're confident enough in yourself. This spiritual energy is above you and below you. It's guiding you forward. You're confident enough in yourself and in spirit that, if spirit is sort of giving you that vision that, hey, this is not where your success is going to happen. This is not the place where you're going to experience that joy and that harmony, and this isn't it. You're the person that says, okay, thank you, I appreciate, I'm glad I have that awareness now. So I can make some changes and do what really needs to be done and take myself where I'm really going to make a difference, where my unique spirit is going to be very useful. Okay? So there's not a sorrow or a sadness or a regret here. But if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay, now let's finish up Path of the Serpent. There it is, look at that. The Lust card, Strength, a 9 of Wands, a Queen of Swords, and there it is. Look at all that water energy. That's a Queen of Cups. That is very deep water. Okay, and to me, this is really, this is very important because I think that as an outcome card, this is telling me that you are taking your life into some area, environment, and some arena, some engagement where you really can satisfy these desires. Where your Princess of Cups is not going to just fall short and just the desires not fulfilled. No, the Queen, right, is just the princess now fully realized, raised up to the throne. Okay? So it's not saying that your desires are wrong. It's not saying that what you want, what you feel is wrong. This is just not necessarily the right environment for you to find it. Yeah? And that to me feels like, well, great. That's as good as we could ask for. That's the best we can hope for, right? Is just the confirmation from Spirit that says what you want is correct. What you desire, right? What your feelings are absolutely right and correct and good and destined, right? And these two cards say, yeah, look, hey, well, these desires you have, you're going to fulfill them. You're going to find them and more, right? And I think this is a really wonderful confirmation. You're going to get everything you want, everything you desire. But this is not the place where you are going to find that, because looking forward, the Knight is thinking, okay, this is not going to fulfill your desire. Okay? Whether this is a work thing, whether this is a relationship, whether this is a creative project, you can continue doing the work and you could arrive at the finish line of it, but what it's going to be is not fulfilling. It's not going to be that jubilation. It's not going to be the satisfaction of your desires. It's not going to quench your thirst. It's not going to satisfy your appetite. There's no satiety here. This is disappointment. Okay? And so having this confirmation now, we don't have to wait till we finish and say, oh gosh, that was disappointing, right? So we're getting that confirmation now, so we can take ourselves in the right direction. Does this make sense? Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card From the Smith-Waite Tarot, this is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with Alien, Simon Mork Ripley. Shout out to ASMR. Now, we're not going to look at that card till the end, but it will tie everything together and give us our confirmation. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments down below. We can do it together, right? Exercise our intuition. Let's look around the room here. We have major, major, and major, right? The sun down beneath the surface, it's clarity. You know who you are. You know what you want. Like I said, you're very aware of what your talents and skills are. You are very aware of what you're capable of. You're very capable of seeing the future and knowing that your desires will be fulfilled, that you will achieve satisfaction and this depth of meaning in your life. This is not a superficial gratification, right? This is a deep soul desire that is being realized and fulfilled. It is deep waters, right? Deep satisfaction, a soul satisfaction. So you have this internal confidence and clarity, okay? And so that tells me that you're able to see very, very clearly that this is not the place where you're going to find your satisfaction. Okay, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a creative project, a friendship, a group of people you're involved with, a romantic thing, a work thing, whatever it is, right? The Sun card is very enlightened. Yeah, very enlightened. And I think that it's really saying that, too, that we're able to perceive this now. We don't have to wait until everything pans out and we experience the disappointment or the letdown, right? Or the sort of unpleasant feeling at the end of something here, that you could recognize it now. And therefore we have the power to change what we need to change instead of waiting until everything, waiting for everything to sort of unfold. You've got your Chariot card at the top here, which is showing your discipline, your loyalty, your commitment, right? And it's sort of, the commitment part is interesting, right? Especially with the Chariot, because the Chariot is just obeying orders. The Chariot goes where we drive it. And with this commitment and this loyalty, it seems that even if this particular area of life, this quadrant of the universe, where you're applying your energies, your talent and skills, you're doing the best job that you can, right? Even if you know that it's leading to your own personal disappointment, there's still this part of you that says, I need to follow through. I've given my word. I've taken an oath, right? I'm committed to this. I have to see it through till the end. Even if I know that that end is not going to be all that gratifying to me, I have an obligation. This is that obligation, right? So it's a difficult situation, to be sure, right? And in a way, we see some other cards here that might be confirming that attitude, especially our 9 of Wands. It's saying you're not someone who likes to break a promise. You give your word and that's it, and you're doing it. So is this something that you have to sort of see it through until the end, until there's a point where it's sort of, it's okay for you to then say, okay, I need to walk away. It's like you have to sort of, you have to finish the day or the week, or you have a contract or something, or you sort of started a project and you say, well, I can't just abandon it right in the middle of it. I'm going to get it done to the best of my ability. I'm not going to expect very much from this, but I'm not going to go back and I'm not going to break my word either. Okay? It's kind of like you've gotten halfway through a book and you realize this book's going to be such a big letdown. I'm not enjoying this. I don't even want to do it anymore. It's not satisfying to me. Well, if it's just a book, I guess you can just sort of shut it and find something else, but you're so invested in it already, might as well finish it. I feel like that's sort of the energy for you right now. even though you have this clarity and this awareness inside of you that says, yeah, this is not my gig. This is not my bag. But I've committed to it. I need to follow through. I need to see it till the end. Maybe that's how you were raised. You give your word on something. You say you're going to do it. Just do it, even if you don't like it. And then, of course, don't do it again, right? Use that as an experience, as a learning experience to say, okay, I'm not going to search for my happiness there anymore because I don't like that sort of thing. It doesn't satisfy me. It doesn't do anything for me, right? So then, of course, we sort of contrast that with your appetite, your courage, your lust, your passion, right? And this is that hunger. This is saying, I don't care about my promises. I just want to get I'm hungry, I want to eat. I'm thirsty, I want to drink. This isn't nourishing me, well, I'm out, right? And so sometimes our strength card is really about the self-control. The Chariot card may be discipline. The Lust card may be self-control. Very similar energies, right? Or we could opposite way. Maybe this is discipline and the Chariot is self-control, right? Controlling the Chariot, disciplining the appetites and that desire and that hunger. Yeah. And maybe this is the confidence that says, yeah, you know what? I know this isn't the right thing for me, this commitment, but I've given my word. I'm going to see it through till a reasonable place where I can leave. If I told this person I would help them move, well, I'm just going to help them move, and then at the end, that's it. And I know next time I'm not going to agree to anything like that again. So I don't want this to be an encouragement for you to stay in an unhealthy relationship, though. Okay? Just because you've promised somebody that, oh, we'll be together forever, I promise, right? It doesn't mean you have to then wait till the end of forever before you go seek what is really going to make you happy. Okay? This is where your discernment needs to really come into play. Yeah. The advice, I think that this is important advice. If you can finish out the day, do it. You will feel better about yourself for having stuck it out. But if it's years, right? If it's months even, if it's a long-term thing, you have to be the judge. You have to be discerning. And we see that card, of course, with our Queen of Swords up here. And we've got fire. Let's see. We've got water. We've got this is the air. This is it. This is the obstacle. This is the hard part about it. Okay. And then we've got our two earth energies right here. I do feel like court. For court cards, there are other people involved here. Either other people directly that you're sort of working with or that you've made this commitment to, or your decisions are going to affect other people. Okay. And all of this needs to be taken into account because you know what? The tarot's not making the decision for you. I sure as heck am not deciding for you. Okay? So you have to take all of this into account. You take this advice with a grain of salt. Okay? But I think this is very important for you. Because it is showing that there is a deeper satisfaction here. For you to maintain your promise. Right? Persevere through this if you can. Even though this is this is not a situation that's going to gratify your desires. It's kind of like when we promise we're going to go, visit some family that we really don't like, We know it's not going to satisfy us or give us any kind of joy, right? Well, maybe your family's different, I don't know. But I think we all have that experience, right? We've committed to something that we know is going to be difficult to endure, right? But we know that if we do it and we see it through till the end, if we just can get through it, it's going to be okay. It's going to feel better for us that we were able to sort of stick it out. But we see the Queen of Swords rising above all of this and taking a really good look at all this. Now, the advice, is to stick this out. Don't go back on your word if you can help it. But this is you needing to make your own decision. Take all of this into account. What is the effect going to be if you stick the if you just stay through the end of the day or the end of the week? It's basically saying I can either get up and quit right now, or I can give it the 2 weeks. And either way, there's this knowledge that, okay, this situation's coming to an end. This is not a right fit. It's not the right match. Right? I'm going to go pursue my desires elsewhere. But let's say we'll give it to the end of the month to be respectful, right? To sort of honor the commitment. Maybe this is something about, I don't know, a living situation maybe. You could get up and leave right now. That's going to affect a lot of other people. You could say, look, end of the month, all right? And that's you're being very generous, okay? But you have to be the judge of that, because maybe the situation is just too toxic right now. You can't stay another minute. It doesn't appear that way to me. It's a 7 of Pentacles. It's not a 7 of Cups. It's just saying, look, I tried, but this isn't working out for me. Right? There's not the growth that I thought there was going to be. I know that I'm just headed toward disappointment in this, so I might as well make a decision now. Okay, we make a decision and we commit to our decision, but we also have to try to be generous at the same time, right? So the 9 of Wands becomes both of these things. It's in terms of our relationships. It's kind of saying that, look, our will is our word, and our word is our bond. And if we said, okay, we've got to make a decision and stick to it. We know that this is not the right situation. We know that it's not going to feel good. It's not where I want to be. It's not a good fit, right? So we're committed to that, but we can also be generous, and we can honor the commitment that we made to the other party. A work thing, an apartment or a house or roommates or whatever it is. We could say, all right, I'm gonna finish this month or this week or this day or this project, and then I'm gonna go my own way. Okay. Maybe this is a group effort, a collaboration. You're not just gonna one day get up and leave and say, see you later. Right? You're saying, hey, I'm not in this. I'm not feeling this anymore. It's not doing it for me. It's not a good fit. I'll finish out this project. We'll finish what we're doing here. And then that's going to be it. We have to be very clear. We don't want to mince words. We don't want to get tangled up in any negotiation. It's just sort of we're stating it as a fact. This is what's going to happen. You're being very generous. Okay. We don't see a lot of air energy here. And that's good, because I don't feel this is something that you have to debate with yourself. You have this sun underneath. It's clarity. It's a knowledge of self. Right? So I think you're able to really see the past, the present, and the future with this, and you know that this is not a good fit for you. Okay. Now back here, the Princess of Cups, and kind of saying that when we got into this, we were hopeful. We were kind of excited, almost kind of giddy, right? Saying, oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be good. This is going to be satisfying. This is it. When we first get into situations, we think this is the one. I want to be here forever, right? Well, as time goes on, we sort of calm down and we think, okay, looking at it realistically, this isn't the one. This isn't where I really want to be. This maybe as a career, as a job, maybe it's your college course, right? You're not just going to drop all your classes and leave in the middle of the semester. Say, just finish out the semester. And then reassess, and then go the other way, whichever way it is, right? The way toward this satisfaction. But when we're at the beginning of something, it feels like it's everything. It feels like, yes, this is going to satisfy my every desire. This is, it's a princess. It's still young. It's still kind of low down in the hierarchy of the elemental energy. Right? A little bit even naive, but hopeful. Very dreamy, living in this sort of fantasy world of, it's going to just be amazing, right? It's kind of like you agree to go do something with your friend or family member or something, and you think, oh, it's going to be so much fun. But then the day arrives, and it's just like, I don't want to go do it. Well, you could back out at the last moment, or you could say, okay, you know what? I've already given my word. They've already bought the tickets. I'm just going to go, do my best, try to have an okay time. Try not to be a downer. You don't want to be the party pooper, right? But you're being very generous with your time and your energy, knowing that this is not the right fit, but doing the honorable thing. I'm going to fulfill the obligation you've given your word, right? And I think that's very important to you, especially with our Chariot card at the top. The Chariot card is committed and loyal, right? Devoted. You promise something, you follow through. Okay. So I think this is very straightforward, and I feel like this is very urgent advice for you, because I think that you're staring down this Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is kind of like, oh man, like, it's that moment we realize that this is not going to be what we thought it was. This is not, it's that feeling of this is not the right fit. And we don't want this to become panic. We don't want this to become haste or an impulsive decision or behavior. And thankfully, we don't have that. We have very stable energy today, mostly, right? If we look at this, we've got we got a lot of court cards. But we've got very strong major arcana energy too. And even our fire energy is very strong. And even our Seven of Pentacles, it doesn't show toxicity. It doesn't show an urgency. It doesn't show a frantic, anxious energy. No, it's calm. It's just saying, okay, yeah, this is not the right fit for me. And like I said at the beginning, you're somebody that really knows. You know where you're meant to be, and if this is the realization that I'm not meant to be here, this isn't the right fit, okay, we're looking at that Five of Cups, But we have perspective. Yeah. And we have, I think, this honor with this Nine of Wands. So we've given our commitment, and, maybe it's a situation where it's just like, yeah, I kind of was talking about my 5-year plan, but I know it's only been a month. I'm giving my 2-week notice. That's it. Okay. So it's not that you're now obligated. It's not now that you're stuck and that you've promised your life away to this thing and that's it. No, you can change your mind. Because you have this clarity. It's not even that your mind really needs changing. I don't think this needs to be discussed with you. Because you have the clarity already. There are not a lot of swords cards here. There's no confusion. There's no internal debate. There's no doubt. We're not second guessing ourselves. It's very factual, right? Feels very matter of fact. Oh, Five of Cups. Yep, this is not the right place for me. I'm putting in my 2-week notice. I'll finish out the day and then I'm going my own way. And I think that's going to bring you to this Queen of Cups. It's going to bring you to not only the sort of the confidence, right, that you're pursuing what really is meant for you. That you're course correcting and you're on the right path and you're getting to what you really want, what you really desire. But I think there's a deeper satisfaction. It feels good when we can walk away from something that says, and say to ourselves, I've been very generous. I didn't just get up and run away, like maybe at one point in your life you would have. No, I did the honorable thing. I finished out the week, or I gave my 2-week notice. I was very professional. I was very honorable. I feel confident that I didn't betray my own sort of ethics or principles, that I did the right thing. So there's a deeper satisfaction there. We're happy to get away from what isn't the right fit for us. But we're also very satisfied that we did it in the right way. Okay. But again, I want to emphasize with the Queen of Swords, you have to look at this situation bird's eye view. And if this is something toxic or in any way like, really unhealthy or bad for you, by all means, get up, run away. Right? You don't have to stay here. But if you can finish out the week, do the honorable thing. Okay? I think that's the important advice here. Let's look at our mystery card, because I'm wondering if this is going to, I wonder which aspect of this reading it's going to confirm. I'm kind of feeling that this is going to be like an Eight of Wands. Because I feel at one time there was this sense of urgency and we would have gotten up and run away. But I kind of feel like we kind of have that anxiety now that it's that moment we realize, oh, this is not the right fit for me. And then we start to feel like I got to get up and run away. We're trying to get in control of that. Yeah. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. I'd like to see, obviously, some very good water energy. Right? A 6, a 9, a 10 of cups. Let's see what we have. A Knight of Cups. Yes. That is very, very good, because now we have the Princess and the Queen and the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is looking at the future. The Knight of Cups has the Holy Grail and is saying, that's what I'm going after. The Knight of Pentacles is looking at this situation and thinking, this is not the Holy Grail. Right? If the Grail's not here, what do? We just abandon what we're doing and continue our quest, right? Well, no, we do the honorable thing. We finish out the quest, the best that we can in an honorable way. But we continue on our quest for this Holy Grail. This is the ultimate satisfaction. This is your sense of purpose. The Knight of Cups, right? Looking at the future and seeing your dream come true, right? Seeing that absolute satisfaction. You're looking at satiety. You see the knights are always looking at the future, right? The Knight, I think the Knight of Cups is looking at the Ten of Cups. Satiety. It's nourishing you, right? And that's what we said about the Five of Cups, where it's not satisfying you, right? You're thirsty, but this isn't going to do it. You're hungry, but this isn't going to help. Well, now you're looking at what really is going to nourish you. You're looking at that ultimate fulfillment, okay? This is a really strong confirmation. And you can see where you must take your life to go after this Holy Grail. But you're doing the honorable thing, and you're going to finish out the week, right? And then enough is enough, okay? This is really, really good. And I think this is very important advice. I think this is something that we need to see this energy, because otherwise we might feel one of two things: either obligated to stay here forever, or we might feel that urgency, that panic, we get up and run away. Okay? So this is the way we're not really doing either, but we're still getting what we need and want, and what our dream in life and what this purpose really is about. Yeah. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top, there's a link down below. New readings for Aquarius Thursdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Okay. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.